Hi, everybody. Thanks once again for tuning in. And if this is your first time, thanks and welcome for tuning in to The Hang. I know what you're probably thinking. How could this guy be busy making podcast episodes while all this crazy shit's going on? Listen, all of this is done inside, and I've been doing this stay at home shit for the longest. So this is really like regular everyday stuff for me. Not that I'm a hermit, but I've already mastered the art of staying home. um, for those of you not staying home, I mean, honestly, I still go out. And some of the places I do go out to, I'm about to shout out. So shout outs to Minds Together. Minds Together is, as I've mentioned before, and if you haven't heard before, a mental clinic where you can go and not necessarily if you have quote unquote issues or problems, you could always go and, see what they have to offer. Go to mindstogetherpc.com and you can maybe set up a consultation. Um, by the way, it's over in Forest Hills between Austin Street and Queens Boulevard. Another shout out is to Hook Kickboxing. They're also still open. There are two locations over in Glendale at the Atlas Park Mall and over in Fresh Meadows off of Union Turnpike. It's like if you go to a lot of gyms or whoever goes to gyms out there, you'd notice that is definitely one of the things that's being shut down right now. But hook kickboxing is still going on. They do a good job of making sure nothing gets contaminated. They keep everything clean, hour to hour basis. So shout out to them for doing that. Go to I'mSoHooked.com to sign up for a free trial class if you'd like to. Let them know that you heard about them from us. By the way, I actually been going there for a couple months, and it's definitely I could definitely see how high intensity interval training is burning the fat off of me. Because even though I haven't lost a single pound, I'm definitely in different shape. So go to imsohooked.com to check them out. Last but not least, I'm pretty sure this is still going on. Crafts by Lissa. Anything you need to customize, any um, accessories you want, put your name on it or a picture, any gifts you have for other people, any decorations. Crafts by Lissa is the place to go to. So check her out at crafts underscore by Lissa, Lyssa, on Instagram, where she also has a link to her Etsy page. So yeah, go check those places out if you want something to do during these coronacations or whatever you want to call them. I mean, in all seriousness, I know some people are actually affected by this, but I think it'll be okay. To be honest, guys, I mean, in my opinion, this is supposed to happen. Like, nature and the planet is just trying to, like, we done fucked it up so much that now it's trying to cleanse itself. Just like, if we end up eating so much fast food, we feel shitty, and we're like, all right, we got to take a break. Let's start eating kale shakes and shit like that, or drinking, to cleanse and get rid of all those toxins. So whether you like it or not, I think this is what's supposed to happen. So either just accept it and, learn to live with it, or go cry in the corner. Um, but yeah, good luck. Stay safe out there. Now let's get to the good meat and potatoes, like they like to say. Like, where they get that from? Is that like supposed to be the entree and the meat and potatoes? So that's like the main thing. So I guess this was like the salad I just gave you. Oops, sorry. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. So yeah, the meat and taters is actually my friend Casey Drane. Casey she's just a general talented artist. Right now she's working a lot of music, and what I'm actually about to play for you is her cover of "Blinding Lights" by The Weeknd. In case you haven't heard it in the radio everywhere, basically, she made a cover for it, And the video, as a matter of fact, she's doing a lot of that right now. So go check the video out on YouTube. I'll post the links to her and her Instagram and the YouTube page and anything else that you might hear during the hang. So without further ado, this is Blinding Lights, covered by Casey Drane.
I've been trying to call. I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. Maybe I'm going through withdrawals. You don't even have to do too much. You could turn me on with just a touch, baby. I look around and Sin City's cold and empty. No one around to judge me.
You kept it there.
I can see clearly when you're gone.
I think, the whole thing is a really nice concept, and it's perfect timing to put it on Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Well, I could have released it much sooner. I didn't realize YouTube Space was going to approve it. When you shoot something there, they have to approve it.
Oh,
I didn't realize they were going to approve it so fast.
That's good. About how long did it take, like, that process of approval?
It literally, it took me 3 sessions of going there to edit to finish it. Just because I was, kind of learning color editing and Premiere.
Yeah.
I could have done this on Final Cut, but not on Premiere. I needed help.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, right, but then once that was done, once it took an hour. I sent it and I got an approval in an hour. But I'm very vocal, so the whole time I was telling them, hey, I have this video coming. I'm working on this music video.
So,
I played the song very loud the whole time we were shooting for the 6 hours or whatever. So everybody heard it walking by.
So they knew about it for sure. Way before
everybody
you were
knew it was coming, yeah.
That's good.
And I bought a license for 8,000 views, so I'm covered. I doubt I'll hit that. Unless, your podcast goes viral and everybody wants to watch it.
Yeah, and everybody watches it. I mean, nothing against The Weeknd, but I really like this version a lot.
Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's very fitting for a female voice. Especially yours. It's just you.
Oh my god. You have so much flattery.
Yeah, so everybody listening, go check this out. Pretty simple. Just go on YouTube, type in Blinding Lights, covered by Casey Drane. All I typed in was Blinding Lights, Casey Drane, and it was the second one. So yeah, go watch it. It's very well made, to be honest.
We tried to make it like a party, and I stayed up until 3 a.m. making those little paper chains in the background that you can barely see.
Nah, you notice them. I noticed them. I noticed the balloon too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and we put the balloons. It kind of looks like boobs, but I think it's hilarious, so I left it.
So that wasn't even on purpose.
Well,
or was it?
When we put it up, we realized, and then I was like, "Don't take it down. It's funny."
Yeah, it is. It's a good thing. I mean, I didn't notice it either. But
it's something I would totally do if I was decorating my own house that way.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, this video just screams you, to be honest.
Yeah, it really does.
It's very much you. I mean, you are. Did you get what do you call it? I haven't seen all the credits, to be honest, so I don't know if you got a director.
Yes.
Okay.
The director of my viral video that I had a couple of years ago, same director.
Cool.
Yeah, he does lots of stuff for me. He's one of my closest friends. So.
Oh, that's right.
Justin.
Yes. Shout out to him. By the way, if you don't know who we are, or if you don't know who this lady is, this is Casey Drane. She does a lot. She's multi-talented. So what do you want to label yourself as? I don't know.
I'm a recording artist.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a safe word.
Do you want me
put
to
it.
turn off the fan? Is it being loud?
I don't. I mean, do you hear it? I don't really hear it. I think it'll be okay, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, unless you're like doing this,
Right.
I think we'll be fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's not a.
You have better mics than mine.
It's not better. It's just different. Like you have condensers, and condensers are good for recording vocals that are gonna go on tracks. These are good for like just things that are gonna be loud and up front.
Picking up right here.
Yes, exactly. You get very intimate with them.
ASMR.
Or you get really loud. I actually put these inside kick drums and amp cabinets.
Oh, they
Just-
sound like they'd be good for that.
Yeah, so just things that need a lot of sound pressure.
I see.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we can stay nice and comfortable.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and yeah, they definitely. I mean, I don't want to get too technical. It'd probably bore some people, but the frequency response is kind of in the lower and mids. Doesn't get too high, so yeah, it's perfect for this kind of thing.
Cool.
Yeah. By the way, you guys probably noticed that this is not my usual place, my usual setup. This is like, you probably think I upgraded, and I have a nice studio now. But no, unfortunately, it's Casey's, and it's really nice. I love the color pattern. It's not like cheesy.
Oh, really? You don't think so?
I don't think so. Like, I think if it was like beige and purple or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, if it was up to me, all of them would be like pastel pink and lavender.
Oh,
But,
right.
You know.
I mean, those aren't bad combinations.
My boyfriend
I'm not
did
gonna lie.
everything. So.
Okay. Yeah, it's. I mean, I don't know much about colors, to be honest. Like, I'm just not educated when it comes to colors as much as I am when it comes to sound.
Okay.
But I feel like this color pattern is like less distracting and less. Like, it's kind of puts you in a focus mode kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I would be.
It's simple, but still interesting.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, you know more than I do, and you obviously have been here way more time than I have. What do you think your workflow is like when you're in here?
Well, I know we didn't catch this on camera, but like what I said earlier, it's very sterile in here.
Oh yeah, that's
Especially
right.
we're
No
about to
windows.
move like some of the furniture around, and so his like personal clothes and stuff won't be in here anymore. And it's gonna be really sterile. So, and I'm such a visual person, so I really need like lots of natural sunlight and
Yeah, you're fine.
and lots of like whatever visually I'm trying to get across auditorily.
Yeah, that's
So,
a good way to
when
look at it.
So I'm currently writing a novel, and when I'm writing it, I like to put on a certain music genre,
Mm-hmm.
and so that it gets me in like the
Yeah,
the
you gotta
headspace.
be in
So
that
the headspace
space.
in here isn't the headspace I want to be in when I'm making my album, so that's why I have to write the songs out of the room
Okay, that makes a lot
and
of
bring
sense.
them in the room. Yeah.
Do you like taking it outside as well? I mean, obviously right now it's a little hard because it's cold, but do you tend to do
No,
that?
I like to play outside when I've already written the song.
Oh, okay.
But I don't feel safe because people always come up and look at you, and I don't want to be like
right.
trying to figure out the least clumsy way to say something that might not even make it into the song.
Oh, okay.
Somebody's sitting right there being like, oh. I'm going to be in a judge-free zone.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
a little safe space.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. You like to put yourself physically and mentally in a bubble.
Yeah,
I guess you could
yes.
say. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Which, because I have the like foster kittens now in the room.
Man.
I've got
Yes.
the little tiny
It's
paws
so-
across my
yeah.
lap. I'm like in the middle of a groove, just like a little.
That would be so much fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Having those little cats. I mean, obviously they grow and eventually
They're getting so big.
become little pricks, but
I could hold them in one hand when I got them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cute. Like, I miss my cat being that small. Even though when he was that small, he was like halfway dying, like, because he was like from the streets,
Aw.
the mean streets of Queens. But yeah, now he won't shut up ever. Like he's just, I can't. Yeah, that's the thing with me. Like I can't really put myself in that bubble that you would say, because it's like he's kind of like a kid. It's like I have to tend to him. I don't have to, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like he just always wants attention. It's just fine. I mean, it's no big deal. I don't have that big of an ego, but yeah, it's like if I'm on focus mode and he's just like man, I'm like, all right, we'll play later. Just give me some time to finish this up here,
Yeah,
and then you know we can have some fun.
I'm getting really used to, you know, doing something with this hand and having the toy in this
Oh
hand.
yes, nice.
Do everything like that. Cooking,
Yeah, yeah.
cleaning.
It's kind of
peeing.
like yeah, that's another thing too. You can't go to the bathroom without them following
running
you.
in.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know about these, but then mine would start like, it's just sad meows. Like,
From
you
outside.
left me. And I'm like, dude, give me 1 minute.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, cats. Gotta love them. Speaking of cats, you're big into Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about this earlier before we started recording, but you're like, it's funny, I guess, how you ended up being interested in that. Obviously, I mean, I watched it growing up myself, even though it's not like a guys, you know, targeted towards guys, I guess, but it's still anime and it's still on, and I still enjoyed myself watching it when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned you like the whole, well, you like anime in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't blame you. And then you like astronomy. Yes. I wish you guys could fully see this. But yeah, it's an awesome t-shirt. What is it again?
It's Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter.
Yes.
He's a sexual deviant clown. He has bubblegum as a superpower.
Oh,
It's
okay.
kind of amazing.
Yeah, I had a guest on another podcast. And it's funny, that's kind of how we started the conversation too, because he had just ordered these anime, like these Dragon Ball figurines.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of just had him on display on the video, and he just kind of went on a rant on how just about everybody, like, it doesn't matter what like stereotype clique you're in, people are just into anime.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like one cool thing that brings people together, is like, no matter if you're a jock or a nerd or a band geek, whatever, you know, that's definitely one thing that everybody agrees that it's just fun to watch and relate to.
My producer, the one that did Blinding Lights,
Yeah.
he likes anime, and so every now and then, like, we send each other anime memes, which I just think is like the coolest thing to have with your producer.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, it's definitely the coolest thing to have a good relationship with the producer
Yeah.
that you're working with, for sure.
Well, you know, I want to learn how to do it myself, and I have been. Recently, I've produced a few tracks, but I'm still at the point where I'm just learning and playing around, having fun with it, and maybe I'll dabble in doing my own stuff in the next year.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. I mean, luckily you're able to, what's the word? I guess communicate and let other people know what your vision is.
Yeah.
But it's always nice when you can just do it yourself and you just take it from one place in your mind to the other directly.
Exactly. Like, collaborating is great, especially when you have like a partial idea and you really need somebody else's creativity to, like, you know, flourish into a really cool thing. But sometimes if you have a really specific vision, egos get in the way, and it just it's really about the integrity of the work itself and the art, and
as
not,
I like to say all the time as well.
Know, people's feelings.
Yeah, even though, don't get me wrong, you gotta have feelings and emotions into your music.
Yeah, but it shouldn't get in the way of making something meaningful.
Right, because at the end of the day, you want other people to enjoy that. Like, if you're the only person that likes it, then I don't know how far it's gonna go.
Right.
But what software are you trying to learn? Anyone in particular?
Well, I used Pro Tools for the longest time, but it's just such a big program. It's a pain in the ass. My boyfriend on this computer here behind you uses Persona Studio One, and it's fine. I don't mind it. I prefer Reaper. It's just a smaller program. It's compact, and it does everything you need it to do.
Yeah, they really all do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just different shortcuts and buttons and looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Somebody told me I don't like Pro Tools because it looks too gray. It looks depressing. Like, well, you know, you can change colors and the tracks and all that, but I mean, that's not really the point. I do understand because it's just like there's so much you could do on Pro Tools that you get a little, like, I don't know if scared is the right word, but it's like a little overwhelmed.
It's a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
But also, I understand why it's the industry standard. The issue I have really is just that the program is just so big and stupid.
Yeah,
and the company is big and stupid, and I just hate it. I lay it down with the rich people.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I used to own some Avid stock, and I was like, oh yeah, it's Avid, it's Pro Tools, it's got to be like big, and it's bound to grow, and it honestly didn't. I haven't checked it in like the past couple of years, but I just ended up selling my stock because I'm like, I don't even like using their stuff anymore myself. So it's like, why would I own something that I don't even support? You know,
it's so pretentious too. Like, you have to have the little flash drive plugged in. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm using Ableton because I lost that little flash drive. And
you have to pay $600 whatever to
so
get a new one.
I've done it before. Like, I lost the flash drive, and I'm like, I guess I gotta get a new one. I ended up finding that old flash drive that I've lost, and now it's kind of worthless because you can't.
Yeah, you can't have the same code on too. Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. So anything else is fine.
I know some people swear by Logic, but to me it looks a little too much like GarageBand, and then I get like
because it's basically GarageBand's older brother.
Well, yeah, and I get like flashbacks. Like, I get triggered by it because of how much time I've spent in GarageBand, like screaming at myself because I can't make it work.
Well, I mean, the cool thing about GarageBand is that it's just free with any Mac,
right?
And it's
good for, especially like if you have a track and you're just gonna sing on it and that's it.
Yeah,
that's perfect for that. But if you're gonna do anything more complicated than that, it's just like
yeah.
I did make some beats on it a few years ago that were like kind of cute, like with the loops that come with the program. Well, that's fun. Yeah,
it's a very good kind of stepping stone into, like, you know, the complex world of production.
And then once you realize that every other program is easier to use and you can afford to buy them.
Yeah, that's true. That's another thing. It's like there's so many programs out there. I mean, you could obviously find it for free one way or another.
Yeah.
But there's just so much. For me personally, I have like a wish list of just plugins that I'm like, I want this, I want that.
Yeah. You should look at can I say names of I guess we haven't this whole time.
Yeah.
There's this program called Splice. It's a paid it's a paid program. You use it?
Yes.
I've been using it. It's pretty great, and they have plugins you download.
Yeah, for sure.
And a lot of them do like what the bigger name plugins do, and they don't cost any. Well, they cost the Splice credits, but it's nothing compared to the hundreds of dollars you spend on some of those plugins. Yeah,
there's some of them that the name that's really all they have going for them.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But some of them, I mean, I'm not gonna play favorites here, but there's some of them that no matter what they make, like, they're just good.
Yeah.
And then, but for the most part, it's like you're looking for the type of plugin. It's like, I want this type of compressor. It doesn't really matter who makes it. I just
I follow this one producer on YouTube. Her name is Bad Snacks.
Mm-hmm.
She's adorable. And she was talking about her favorite plugins, and she's like, this one is $60, and I think that's a pretty good price for this. And it does this, and this. And then she listed like 2 free ones that did exactly the same thing, which was like Warble and like records, the record static sound.
Oh, okay, right.
So I was like, I mean, you could pay $65 to like get a metallic tape player sound instead of
exactly.
plastic one. But like, why?
Or you could just learn how to do that on an actual record player or tape
Well, I
recorder.
have a tape.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
This is so like. Do you use that specifically for the sound that it makes?
That's why we
Or-
got it.
Okay, cool.
But I'm most excited about being able to make mixtapes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so.
Like here's my Blinding Lights cover
Yeah,
on a tape.
that's
Please
cool,
take
though.
it.
I mean, I feel like things eventually come back in style.
Yeah.
So I don't see why. Like people people right now are getting back into vinyl. I think. I mean,
There's
I
a
have
record
huge,
store near my
yeah.
job. No, near the YouTube space. There's a record store.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. I've seen one that I pass by frequently, and I'm just like, how is this open? Oh, there's one in Times Square's train station.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. When you go down the escalator, I think.
Yeah, between the QR and the 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That little walkway. Yes.
I was like, how do they stay open?
Yeah.
My mom worked at a record store in the 80s, and they like closed down because no one was listening to records. And
Yeah.
it's like, how are they staying open? I don't know.
Yeah, like that's just the thing. It's like things just come back around.
Yeah.
And I know I have a huge record collection myself.
Do you really?
Yeah. I
I
mean, it's
have
not
one.
huge, but it's like 3-4 crates.
Oh,
full of
cool.
records, Yeah.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, that is pretty big.
For it being
That's right.
2020.
Right.
My mom has a bunch back home, but I just have one that she gave me, which is this like Star Wars one. I don't even like
Oh,
Star
nice.
Wars. Sorry, not sorry. Don't hate, Array. I
But
was always a Trekkie.
Oh, okay, that's why. Because I was gonna say, like, but you're into space stuff. Why would you not like
but
that?
Like, it's dumb. Sorry. It's more about the characters, and Star Trek is like the characters and space.
Yeah,
You know?
I get what you're saying. It's more. I don't want to say realistic, but
It's more like setting focused, whereas I feel like the setting in Star Wars is like more fantasy.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. The like you said, it's more centered around the characters, and then they just jump around from place to place. Yeah, I can't really keep up with all the places. It's like they have the most common ones. Like I don't want to get too much into it because you're gonna start hating me.
No, I just
But-
don't know what you're talking about because I
Well,
haven't
okay.
seen most of them.
Have you never seen? Have you at least seen one
I've
of them?
seen 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
I don't think I've seen the 4th one, and I have not seen any of the new ones. None of them. Not a single one.
To be honest, my favorite one is none of the. I guess it's 9 of them now, the main ones. My favorite one is the one that's oh my gosh, how can I say it's my favorite? I don't even remember the name.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a side story that explains why things happened the way they did.
Like a prologue.
Yeah, it's like in between like episode 3 and 4 kind of thing. Oh man, I completely forgot with Felicity Jones, and
Is that one of the new ones?
yeah, it's one of the newer ones.
That came out last year, 2 years ago.
Yeah, like 2-3 years ago.
I think I know which one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
all you guys know what I'm talking about. My mind just went blank
Shame
right
him.
now. Sorry, I'm saying I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but yeah, I went to the Star Wars celebration they have yearly. And yeah, that was really fun. Like I have, it was in Chicago. And
Oh, you travel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm over here saying I'm not a real fan, but yeah, I
You're a fan.
drove.
You're just
all,
that crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wore a Star Wars T-shirt, but I didn't like go full on costume.
I liked episode 1 when it came out. I think I was in like 1st grade.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
dressed up as Queen Amidala for Halloween.
Yeah, and then the guys were Darth Maul
I don't
with
remember.
the double
I just
lightsaber
remember,
red guy.
What's her name? Padme.
The actress or
Yeah. What's wrong with me?
I
I know her way better than.
right. Oh man.
Right? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
Natalie Portman.
Yes.
Oh,
How could
I
we
love
forget?
Natalie Portman.
Yeah, she's good in almost everything she does.
Anyway, she's the only thing I remember from the movie. From how long ago was that? 20 years ago?
Yeah, just about.
Oh my God, did I start school 20 years ago?
Yeah, I think so too. It's funny because I saw it I was still living in Mexico. I didn't know English, and I don't think they had it dubbed in Spanish. So I was just there for all the fighting and the lights and stuff, but I didn't know what's going on.
Mm.
And it's funny. It's like that was my introduction to Star Wars in a way.
Speaking of fighting, Birds of Prey was like
Oh yeah,
real fun.
I haven't seen that. I mean, there's always gonna be people that just hate on just things. Even Star Wars, like I hate it. Like not to get too off track about Birds of Prey, but I just looked at comments about the newest Star Wars, and there was just so much hate on it. And it's like, are you guys even real Star Wars fans? Like, it's just like, oh no, this was the worst one, and it's like, no, you just like, did you not enjoy yourself? Like, so it's the same thing with Birds of Prey. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll probably like it, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just hear so much negativity about it, and it's like,
Well,
you guys are just like, I don't know, bitter about life.
no one feels entitled to hate a work of art as much as its fandom.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It's like they love Star Wars so much they feel like they own it. And I feel like it's the same for the DC and Marvel universes.
Yeah.
So Birds of Prey was like an all right movie. Like I would give it like a B+ in terms of movie, but the fighting was like really cool. I felt like I was part of the action, and all of the choreography was really cool. Feminine, but still like badass, like not graceful. Like it was clumsy and it was cool. It was awesome.
Yeah, I forgot. I guess Margot Robbie's her name.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was like the main person that pushed that too. It was like she's one of the actual producers of it. And then I don't know if she wrote it, but I'm pretty sure she had like a good amount of involvement in it. And it's like, I'm trying not to, like, when I do go see it, I'm gonna try not to like it because of how, I guess, feminine centralized it is. I'm just gonna try to enjoy it, like you said, because it's like good action movie. I don't know about the story, but I'm assuming it's
pretty good.
Okay.
It was B+, A-.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like oh my god, it's not one of those
like
movies that like
mind-blowing.
has changed my life, like like Lady Bird or something. It was just like one of those movies, No, it wasn't that. It was mindless action with like an alright storyline. Yeah.
Just entertaining.
It was super entertaining. Yeah.
So is there a movie that did change your life or like influences you now?
I think you'd be surprised at like my list of favorite movies. Lady Bird. I love Lady Bird. And Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Wow. Honestly, I could see. Yeah, I
movie.
could definitely see that and why and how it's.
But I'm not a movie person.
No?
Really, I'm not. I don't like movies. I hate the format of like sitting there for 3 hours and you can't talk and and you can't like get up to pee without missing something.
Yeah.
No, I don't like it. I'd rather watch 8 hours of a TV show than 3-hour movie. Yeah.
Wow, that's funny. But I mean, so you rather not go to the actual movie theater?
I'm also not really into action movies, which is funny because like Scott Pilgrim's kind of an action movie.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It definitely is.
But I like I like fantasy. Love Harry Potter. I love the Lord of the Rings. I really love The Magicians right now. I'm like,
oh yeah, that's something
so
people keep recommending to me, but I have just been slacking.
It's like terrible. It's one of those shows that like the script is really bad, but everything is really good, and it's like they have no problem flipping the world upside down, but like they'll storm out in the middle of an argument and leave you with like social blue balls.
Yeah.
Like you just like fight it out. I want to see the action. I want to see the drama. Yeah.
How far are you into that? Did you see?
I'm up to date with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, I'm not up to date with a lot of things, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, because you keep rewatching The Office, right?
Yeah, I know. That's like a legit addiction, I think. And whenever they take it off, I'll be sad, but it's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Because it's like, there's so much things in Netflix out there.
They're never going to take it off.
Yeah.
Too many people watch it.
Yeah, so this is probably why it keeps going down. There you go. It'll be fine. I hear you perfectly fine.
Okay.
I don't know.
I just like keep slunching over.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, we could just bring this up, tilt it a little.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Look at that posture.
Yes. Yeah. You gotta have a good spine.
Slouching. We don't know her.
Yeah, you're gonna live a long life, so you don't want to become a hunchback lady.
Oh my gosh! Every time I see an old lady that like has that,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, right. Just a friendly reminder.
Yeah.
To just be confident and look up.
Yeah. Right.
Shoulders up. Speaking of magic and Harry Potter, I love your right sock.
Oh, they're both.
No, your right sock.
Oh, you're not into Slytherin?
I'm a Ravenclaw.
Me too. These are my two
yes.
houses. Ravenclaw, usually I get in the quizzes that every now and then I'll get a Slytherin answer.
So, I guess you got sorted into Ravenclaw, but you like Slytherin. Is that how it is?
No. It's like, well, in Pottermore. Yo, Pottermore be whack though. So, okay, so on Pottermore, I always got Ravenclaw, and then me a few years ago, and then all of a sudden I started getting Gryffindor, and I'm like, excuse me?
Maybe.
I don't value bravery at all. You're dumb. Like, put me in a Hufflepuff.
I haven't taken that quiz in years, but like, what did they change about it? You know?
Oh, I don't know. The questions are more like, they're more like, you know, wibbly wobbly,
like really
like
generalized.
feel, all your feelings and stuff, instead of like, how would you act in this situation? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But now when I take it, well, actually now they have the Wizarding World quiz app,
Oh, okay.
and you can just like choose which one you want to be
I'll
in.
go look at that. Yeah.
You're like, you're Harry Potter, and it's trying to put you in Gryffindor so bad, but you're like, not any other
Yeah.
house, please.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure just like Harry did, you choose where you want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you don't have to do it. Like, and if you feel like, even though I was technically sorted into Ravenclaw, I feel like my tendencies are very Ravenclaw. Like I love Quidditch. I think I'm smart. And yeah, I'm not like a backstabbing Slytherin. No, I'm not saying you're backstabbing, but I'm not.
Slytherins aren't always bad.
Yeah, they're just trying to get ahead in any way, kind of thing, right?
No, because it's like, it's what you value. So Gryffindors value bravery, obviously. And Hufflepuffs value loyalty. Ravenclaws value they value learning and solving puzzles and stuff like that. But there's all different types of each of them. And Slytherin is just, they value like cunning, so they value like quick thinking and strategy, and so
yeah, exactly.
there are good people that value strategy.
Right, yeah, I'm just kind of interpreting as
No,
in,
it's
like,
not your fault though, because that's the way J.K. Rowling wrote it. It's like she wrote them as the bad guys.
You're right.
That's like kind of why I want to be a Slytherin, like low key, because
Yeah.
I'm not a bad guy. I'm like the most empathetic person of life. I would like lie down on the ground and get run over by a car before I would let someone else do that. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, it's funny because green's my favorite color, but it's like I wish Slytherin was my type of like personality, because it's just like I like the color scheme.
Well, at the end of the day, it's fiction.
Right, yeah. We're over here like arguing, like what's better? It's like, well, guess what? None of them are real, unfortunately.
Did you know that out of the four houses, fans prefer Ravenclaw? It's like the most preferred one.
That's good.
Yeah.
I can't blame them.
Yeah.
I wonder why though. I mean, other than Cho Chang, we don't really know. That is her name, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We don't really know any other like big character of Ravenclaw.
Luna Lovegood.
Oh, she's in it too? I thought.
You thought she was in Hufflepuff,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, okay. cool.
Yeah.
That's good. Another
Yeah,
one
there's
for
no
us.
good, and I think that's why it's like, it's kind of like the ego-based one. It's like you think you're smart, you know, like what you
okay.
said, and also we don't have good representations. We don't have a good idea of what a Ravenclaw would be like.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
So we want to see more. I should have given you this one on mine instead of
No,
my
it's,
probably China-made stand.
it's okay. You don't have to
Yeah,
do
it'll be
that.
fine. As long as people could hear us, it'll be fine. It's about. It doesn't apply here. I was gonna say it's about the ear, not the gear. But no, it matters here. Like people have to hear us
Yeah.
because of the gear. But yeah, that's why these mics are a good investment.
Definitely. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
That was a very expensive mic as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to use that myself, just not in this setting.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Well, we chose it because it wasn't my first choice, but it works for both of us. So it's like a compressor, like you said. He does voiceover work,
oh, okay.
so he needs that delicate, what's it called? The little slidey thing.
What's in there? The ribbon? Oh, slidey. What do you mean slidey thing?
You know, like the air moves it. It moves it fast,
Oh,
big in these, it moves it little in those.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But other people could explain this better than I can, for sure. But I do.
He needs that because some of his voice work is really intimate and soft, and obviously as a singer, I would need it. So, and it has all the different pickups for the different
that's good.
types of stuff. It's
I've
very
used that mic too,
yeah.
and it's very modern. It's not like, I mean, the good thing about it being modern is that it's very friendly. You don't have to know about microphones that well for you to.
I don't know if this is the 414. The 214 is the one I use with that I recorded Blinding Lights on, and it's a little bit more inquisitive. This one is. It's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of settings. And I'm the type of person that gets choice fatigue, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you just want to simplify it
yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cool that you mentioned that because I used to do voiceover work too.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't think it was for me, to be honest, because like I wasn't doing the voiceover. I was the guy recording and mixing, and it was just not for me. Cause
it's a little cringy until it's all put together.
And then... like, I would drink so much coffee, but yet still fall asleep. So that's when you know it's like, I don't think you should be here.
Well, like I said earlier, I don't think I was on camera either. My boyfriend, Patty, he used to do YouTube.
Right.
So he had, like, quite a big following back in the day before he quit. And he just that's always been his thing. Like, he majored in voiceover at Queens College. And linguistics.
That's interesting. So he's definitely made for that.
He would do all these different things. You know, you remember YouTube like 10 years ago when it was like skits and pranks and games. Now it's all like really high polished quality.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah. You know, and I still prefer people just sitting in front of the camera talking. That's my favorite.
Yes, what kind of what we're doing now.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of why I started this. It's like, I mean, first of all, everybody has a podcast now. Like,
oh no, I know.
Yeah.
I've only listened to one podcast ever. You know what it was? It was NPR, and they were talking about the Joker movie.
Oh,
they didn't like it. They said it
really?
thinks it's about a lot of things, but it's really about nothing. And I was like, oh, okay. I'll take your word for it. I never saw it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either. But what I hear is just very, like, mentally dark.
Yeah, there's, like, mental illness and, like, violence. And
yeah, and I actually heard on NPR as well an interview with the director, Todd Phillips. And first of all, I find it so weird that that's the guy who made the Hangover movies. And now he's making the Joker, which is like... I mean, Hangover movies could get dark too.
I didn't like the Hangover movies.
No?
They were hilarious.
Yeah.
But they were bad.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely were... Yeah, just entertaining. Just good to laugh at.
Yeah.
So it's just weird how he now made such a serious and, like... I guess I don't know if controversial is the word, but a lot of people are talking about it, and it's just like I don't know how you can just make the jump. I mean, he
Well.
obviously had movies in between.
He certainly took a lot of time between the two big
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah, for
to
sure.
really change himself.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, that's good for him because it shows how, I guess, wide of like how much range he has in
Yeah.
writing and directing. But it's just kind of funny to think. And yeah, he was talking about in the podcast how he had to he worked with psychologists and just people who were in that field trying to, make it so that we could pay attention to that. Because it's like, even now, I feel like especially now, people are really getting more into mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Which is good.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a bad thing at all. Even if you don't think you have issues, it's still nice to talk. Like, I mean, well, first of all, everybody has issues.
Yeah. Just like everybody gets the common cold.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a little mental
Right.
unwellness.
Yeah, and I like to go see these wellness specialists, not because I have like life-threatening problems, but because it's just nice to talk.
Yeah.
Kind of like this, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I do with them. We're just
Yeah.
talking. We're not necessarily talking about my problems.
Right.
We're just talking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I love therapy.
Yeah, it's fun.
I could be whoever I want in therapy.
Right, and they're not gonna judge you or tell anybody. So it's nice. Yeah, it's definitely nice to even though your friends are kind of supposed to be those people, it's also not their responsibility to take
Yeah.
care of you.
They're also like
Yeah.
a little bit more invested in your life than your therapist is, and therefore will have opinions that may not be.
Yeah,
good for
exactly.
you,
It's
you
gonna
know?
be a little biased, and they're
Yeah.
not trained
Right.
to handle like
They might make
the
you worse.
situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but hey, that's why, this like this podcast specifically, if you know anybody who just wants to come on and talk about whatever, they don't have to be musicians or anything in particular.
Yeah.
I'm just, this is an open door policy. You just
Cool.
come in, talk about whatever you're interested in. And I know people listening will definitely learn. Like you're definitely a very well experienced person, Casey. So
Oh my god.
so I personally learn a lot from you. I'm pretty
Thanks.
sure the listeners will too, if they just keep listening.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, are we done?
I don't know. Do you want to be, or do we have to be?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we have plenty of time. Don't worry. And we could always do this another day.
Sure.
We just keep going.
Yeah.
It's not like a one-time thing. This is honestly gonna go on forever.
You're always welcome.
Until, yes. And thanks for having me in your beautiful, definitely better looking room than me. I mean, I like my setup too.
Yeah.
But this just looks nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, I need a good designer or something like that to come through to my place and give me some tips.
I'm only a costume designer. I can't do set design.
Well, once again, well, before we go, do you wanna, other than your video, do you wanna tell people about what's going on with you? Anything else you wanna promote, put out there? Give a message. I don't know.
Well, I'm doing covers like once a month
Oh,
on
nice.
YouTube. So, just in general, my YouTube and my SoundCloud. I always upload it on SoundCloud first.
Okay.
So it'll be up there for like a month before a video comes out, but I don't announce it, so it's just for the fans who care.
Nice. Yeah, definitely, guys, become fans. It's worth it. I'll put a link for your Instagram if that's cool
Yeah,
in the comments or info.
cool.
And we will see you soon. Once again, thank you for having me. Hope to be back soon. Hope to just work with you in general soon. And thanks so much for listening.
I can't see clearly when you're gone. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, when I'm like this, you're the
Once again, don't forget to follow us at the hang_podcast on Instagram and YouTube. By the way, you can catch all these episodes either on podcast version or videocast at davidvmusic.com. Don't forget, David V Music not only brings you this podcast, but also brings you new music and any other audio services that you might need. So go to davidvmusic.com, check out these episodes and everything else on that website that's available for you. And also don't forget to write us or leave a comment if you have any suggestions or just any comments. That's what it is. That's what we're trying to get. Or if you know anybody that would want to come on, or if you yourself would want to come on, I'm pretty sure it'd be a good time. You always think that, oh, what am I gonna talk about? I'm not really interested. Trust me, this is like not hard. You'll find things to talk about, and you're more interesting than you think you are. So come try it out if you want. And yeah, once again, if I offended you with the little salad that I'm leaving you and you're hoping I say something better for dessert, well, guess what? I mean, I'm not the guy that makes the decisions, so it's just my opinion. You have yours, and if you want to come talk about it on the hang, let's do it. So tune in next week for a new episode, and we'll see you then. Thank you.